Hello, good evening, everyone. Good to see every one of you here. My name is Alex from MarketWise Asia. All right, as usual, today it is Friday evening, 19th of November 2021. I hope you guys are having a good Friday evening. And if you guys can hear me loud and clear, please say a hi to me in the comments so that I know everything is good, everything is well. All right, just say a hi to me. I won't bite. And if I might request, please give me a like and share also. Liking is free, doesn't cost you money, but it tells Facebook algo that you enjoy my content, MarketWise Asia content, and want to see more of our content in the future. Because if you don't engage with me, doesn't give me a like, share, or whatever, right? Facebook will deem that you don't like our content, and Facebook will show lesser and lesser of our feed on your Facebook feed. Okay, so give me a like and share. If you don't give me a share, at least give me a like. Okay, at least give me a like. All right, so let me take a look at the comment. Okay, so hello, Jess, HJ, Han Ho, Amanda, Patrick, Christopher, Mary, Chia Hong, Kaiman, Athena, Pei Wen, Eileen, Sharon, Beng Tae, Po Chu, Yep Ming, Gabriel, Andy, Joe, Poking, Ivan, all right, Raymond, Suhairi, okay, Stephen, good to see every one of you here. All right, and let me just wait for maybe 1 or 2 minutes for the people to stream in. Right now, we have about 133 people in the room right now. So okay, so while we're waiting for people to come in, right? So I think I think for the past 1 or 2 weeks, right, I mentioned that I am on a dieting journey, right? I think I mentioned that last week also. So I will continue back to this topic again. So I've been running, from my usual 3.5 kilometers now to about 4.5, and I am also reducing my calories, my food intake. So as I mentioned last week, okay, I am having a one meal per day, So the one meal per day, it is, as I mentioned, is symbolic. So it's not strictly just one meal a day, but I don't eat breakfast and my lunch is very, very little. So at the end of the day, I think should be 1.2 meals a day lah. So yeah, I think it is working fine because I usually skip breakfast, so I'm fine with that. It's just that during lunchtime, it can get hungry, okay, but I won't die. So again, my belief is that as a human being, we don't need to fill our stomach full all the time. Of course, this might not work for you if you have some medical condition, if you have gastric issue or whatever. So I'm fine. So I'm able to do that. So before you say that one meal a day is not healthy, whatever, okay. But I think it is working for me. So as I mentioned, I was about 62 kilo. So right now I've dropped to about 60, or when I'm on an empty stomach, it's about 59 point something now. So I think I dropped a 1 point something or about 2 kilo already. So I'm still working on my weight. Of course, I'm not exactly fat, okay. I'm just trying to reduce a few more kilo only. Okay, so let me share with you some well, right now I have 175 people, so just give me a moment. Let me share with you can you see this screen? Let me go over here. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, so I think you guys can see this screen, right? So for this November, yeah, so we are only on until the 19th of November. I've already ran 25 kilometers. So for the start of the month, I started with 3rd of November. Starting is only just about 3.73 kilometer, not even 4K. Okay, my pace, I don't think I'm fast. Okay, just a slow jog, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the run and such. So it's a 7 minute plus. Slowly I work up all the way, and it's only last week, I started to run more consistently, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. So, yep, the pace is getting faster also. So I'm enjoying the run. So, of course, as I mentioned, this might not work for everybody. At least it is working for me. So, Anyway, if you are trying to lose weight or whatsoever, do enjoy this journey and want to participate with me and have some weight loss, okay, for a few kilos, keep yourself healthy and such. Okay, so yeah, all right. So but I think the most important thing is whatever method you are using, right, you need to have the determination, the perseverance, and also you need to enjoy it. Okay, of course I know there are better ways to lose weight. For example, what HIIT workout lah, interval training lah, what Strava training and all this lah. But the problem is I might not have the perseverance and the determination to follow through. So this might not work for me. Okay, so and you need to enjoy the process also, because if you cannot enjoy, right, then you cannot persevere and continue this journey, right? Okay, right, Christopher, careful, don't lose muscle. I'm okay. Okay, I'm just trying to lose a few kilos. As I mentioned, my objective is to lose a few kilos. I'm not going to lose 10 kilo, 20 kind lah. So of course, if you are obese or very overweight, then my method will not work for you. Okay, my method will not work for you. Okay, and of course, I know my body condition best. So what I'm trying to tell you is that, what, again, to repeat what I say last week, right? What works for me might not work for you. Okay, so you need to find a method that you enjoy, can follow, and depend on what is your objective. My objective is to lose about 5 kilograms. That's all. If you are looking to lose 10 kilos, 20 kilos, then my method will not work for you. Okay, so again, it's the same. So if I do swing trading, you ask me to go to day trading and introduce me a different kind of methods, I might not able to follow through also. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, and you can see right now I am wearing a Thick Meal t-shirt. All right, Thick Meal t-shirt. Okay, you guys can see, right? So this is proudly sponsored by Thick Meal, one of the leading Forex and CFD broker regulated in Seychelles and the UK. All right, so of course, they are the sponsor. Let me go through with you some of the things, the bonus and sort of the promo that you can get as a Thick Meal user. Okay, so all right, so right now, for Thick Meal, they are as I mentioned, regulated in Seychelles and UK, and I'll be totally transparent with you. They are not regulated in Singapore. They are not MAS licensed because they do not have a presence in Singapore and do not have an office in Singapore. Okay, but they are pretty well known, and they are one of the leading, as I mentioned, one of the leading CFD broker and Forex broker also. So they are pretty reputable. And because we have been in contact with them, they wanted to sponsor my Facebook Live. And I think that, every Forex broker and CFD broker have their own main advantages. Previously, our Asia Trading Festival, they have a lot of cryptos, products. And whereas for Thick Meal, they are pretty standard, the standards Forex pair, the indices, the commodities and such. But okay, one of the main advantages of Thick Meal is that they have a very low trading cost. Okay, I will show you this. Okay, low trading cost as in, if you are using their pro account, let me show you this pro account. Where is it? How come I can't find it? Okay, so it is this, the account overview. All right, so let me show you this. All right, so this is the pro account. Okay, for pro account, right, the main advantage is that the spread start from zero. The spread start from zero, and you have to pay a commission, but the commission, I think, is one of the lowest, all right, in the industry, at least from the brokers I've seen before. It is only $2 per one lot traded. So a round trip is just $4. A lot of brokers, they are charging $3.50 or even $4 per lot. So round trip will cost about $7. So for Thick Meal, they have one of the lowest brokerage commission. Of course, if you are doing swing trading and intraday trading is not the main concern, then you can take a classic account, it's fine. But if you are doing intraday trading, especially intraday trading, right, then you know that the spread is actually very, very important. Okay, so right now they have this opening account promo where you can get to have a, let me see, yeah, the $30 welcome account. All right, so basically Tickmill it is going to give you a free $30 welcome account, and you are doing in a live trading condition for a lot of demo accounts, MT4 brokers, right? Their demo account, they are not giving you the live data feed. So you can see that some of the prices are not really accurate. And for Tickmill, not only that they're going to give you the live trading condition, live price feed, right? And they are also giving you a free $30 welcome account. So there's no risk to you. Essentially, no need to deposit any funds. There's no risk to you losing your money, and the profits that you earn, right, it can be withdrawn also. Okay, so yeah, so let me get you the link over here. Okay, so you can just go ahead and let me go ahead. You can go ahead and register for a free account and test drive this. All right. And if you really think that, you don't need to think so much, you don't want to just open an account, they also have a promotion over here. Let me try to zoom this in. All right. So only especially for MarketWise Asia subscribers, make a deposit of minimum $250. They'll give you a Tickmill baseball cap. All right. This is the baseball cap. Okay. This is the baseball cap. Happy from my manager over from Tickmill, they give me a baseball cap and a t-shirt. This is the t-shirt I'm wearing, and for a deposit of more than $500, they give you a baseball cap and a hoodie. Where's my hoodie? Let me see. This is the hoodie that you'll be getting, also courtesy from Tickmill. Actually, the quality is really good. The quality is really good. Okay, and for more than $1,000, they'll give you everything. Okay, a bag, a cap, and a hoodie. Okay, so this is the bag. Okay, can you guys see? All right. Yeah. So this is the bag. Okay. So the quality is also very good enough to put all your laptop inside. So let me share with you the screen. You should see the link on your scrolling bar, right? So just head over to the link and just follow the instruction over there, right? And you can open your account. So I just go through with you, right? So if you create your account over here, right? Create account over here. Okay, remember, right? Fill up your details, okay? And then you choose this Tickmill Seychelles, because if you choose the UK, you only get to have the max leverage of 1:30, and you aren't able to get the gift, the promo gift. So remember to choose the Tickmill Seychelles. All right, so I'll post the link once again in the comments. You guys can take a look. Okay, and if you really want to take a look at their platform, so to learn more, they also have a free book. So the education platform wise, you can just go to over here. Okay, where is it? Client tools, ebook. All right, and they have this introduction to Fibonacci. All right, so I find that this Fibonacci book is pretty good. Okay, so can get you kickstart. I don't really use Fibonacci, but if you're interested, you can go ahead and read through. I think it's pretty good. The rest I think is okay. All right, the rest I think is okay, but I think the good one is this Fibonacci. So I will post the link in the comments as well. So it's totally free. You don't have to fill up your name and email address. Okay, it is instantly downloadable over here. Just click on it. You'll be brought directly to the ebooks. Okay, it's about 30 pages. Okay, the basic about Fibo you should know. Okay, so it's all here. All right, so enough of this short advertisement over here. I think I removed my cap. I don't think I look very good wearing a cap. Okay, so today's topic, as usual, very quick disclaimer first. Okay, so over here, a quick disclaimer, whatever I share today is just for education and informational purpose. It is not a recommendation to tell you what to buy or what to sell. So Alex is always wrong, so please don't copy me. So right now we have about 230 people in the room. So if I could request, just give me a like and share. Okay, liking is free, doesn't cost you money. Just give me some likes, share the love. Christmas is coming. Okay, liking is free, but it tells Facebook algo that you like my content. So you show you in your Facebook feed in the future. So just give me a like if you want to. Okay, so my topic for today, it is actually pretty simple. Okay, so electric vehicles, as you know, and clean energy have been the hottest topic in recent months. But have you heard of green metals? All right, so just a quick check of you. How many of you here actually have heard of this term called green metals? Green metals, okay? If you have, type yes in the comment. If you don't have, type no in the comment so that at least I know how savvy are you guys regarding these green metals. If you have not heard of it, just type no in the comments. If you have, just type yes in the comments. Type yes in the comments. All right. My Kaiman, all right, need to be mindful of something called negative nitrogen balance. Okay, so I don't know about this, okay, but I'll read through about this. But don't worry, I still eat enough. Okay, so again, my belief is that as human, you don't need to be filled all the time. So dinner time, lunchtime, I still eat a lot, but normally breakfast I skip. And by skipping breakfast, I'm doing intermittent fasting now. So there have been a lot of materials literature about talking about how beneficial is intermittent fasting. So whether it's you guys believe or don't believe is up to you. Okay. But so far I think I'm okay. So I still eat. Don't be mistaken. I still eat. Just that I try to limit my calories. Okay. So let me think when I see the comments. Oh, so most of you say no. But I think from the name, the phrase green metals, you guys should have an understanding what is green metals, right? So it's basically clean energy, clean metals. Some yes, Andrew, you say that you mentioned yes, Kaiman, or yes is intermittent. Okay, Eddie also no. So okay, so yeah, so most of you don't know, but anyway, recently, okay, sorry, just go through this. So exactly what are these really mentioned green metals and why do they have immense growth potential? And I'll share with you how to invest in all this okay, green metals. And just a very quick definition first. Okay, so green metals are metals used in the application, the products, and the processes that enable the energy transition from the fossil fuel to cleaner energy sources and technologies. So also a very big chunk of a definition over here. But essentially, basically, it is trying to tell you that transit, from the oil and gas, the energy, the fossil fuel to cleaner energy sources. Like, the recent hot topic, sexy industry is the EV. EV stands for electric vehicles, right? Electric vehicles. Okay. So, of course, recently, let me go through the screen again. Tesla has been flying. Tesla. Of course, in recent week it dropped but I think in early October, right, price actually a huge rally to an extent that this is a parabolic. And of course, recently that is this Lucid, also a big move up. Lucid also, they are doing EV. All right, Rivian, also the hottest new EV automotive manufacturer, also has a huge move up, but Rivian does not have any revenue. And of course, not we have a NIO as well, but NIO the rally is not that strong. So the hottest topic has been on EV, all the way, electric vehicles. So, of course, consumer to consumer wise, that's the most obvious. If you want the clean energy, electric vehicle is the goal now. But if you're doing a second level thinking, okay, you think deeper. So people always think that clean energy and such, the EV. Then of course you buy the EV, the Tesla, Rivian, Lucid, that kind of EV stocks. But if you think deeper, right, what are the other industries that you benefit from this EV industry or in this EV sector? Okay, and it is not sexy one. So basically, it is the metals behind it needed to manufacture the batteries. Okay, so I have this very good site to share with you guys. This is from Visual Capitalist. I'll post the link in the comment. Okay, so this is from Visual Capitalist. Okay, so visualizing the global EV market over here. There's a lot of content. This is basically an infographic. All right, so you can see that, it says that EVs are going to surpass the 3 million mark, blah, blah, blah. See the chart over here, importance the chart over here. The three biggest EV market, Europe, China, and US, these three biggest market. All right, and the EV new car sales, all right, Norway, Iceland, Sweden, they are trying their way to really promote the EV, okay. And talking about battery mega factory capacity by region, you can see that China's capability is 76%. Okay, the biggest, right, that 8% is the US. The next one is the 8% the US is still very small, but so China is the biggest, all right. And they are also looking into the US, right? A lot of factories, mega factories, trying to do all these EVs, battery and such. Tesla, of course, is here also. And for the US, right, they have the plan, to really make the whole country EV friendly. So they're going to build a network of 500,000 EV charging stations by 2030. Actually, that's not very far away. This is just less than 10 years away. And to electrify at least 20% of the nation's 500,000 school buses, blah, blah, blah. Okay, not important. Okay, so, and important is that the EV sales projection over here. All right, so right now, 2020, it is over 2021 over here. Okay, so I think it's about less than 4 or 5 millions, that kind. I'm not sure whether this is real, but I'm just trust the data over here. Okay, but along the way, we are very sure that EV it is going to increase, right? So by 2040, I think it is going to increase by 10 times, tenfold at least, so to about 60 million EV sales. Okay, and here comes the thing ready. The EV impact on the lithium demand. Okay, lithium it is a metal. It's a metal. All right, so the demand for lithium-ion batteries is accelerating the global EV market because if you're not using oil, okay, you're not using gas, you're not using petrol. Okay, gas if you're from US, and petrol if you're using from British English. So petrol, if you're not using gas or petrol, you need something to power the EVs, right? And you are using lithium ions to produce the batteries. And for you to produce these batteries, there are several metals that you need. Of course, lithium is the number one. All right, you need cobalt as well. Cobalt, BALT, cobalt, and nickel as well. NiCK, nickel is KL or KLE. Okay, sorry for my spelling. Okay, so it's cobalt, nickel, and lithium. So it is going to shoot through the roof as well for the lithium. All right, and the demand supplies will increase as well. And let me share with you another link over here, also from Visual Capitalist. Okay, so this is the link over here. All right, so electric vehicles drive up the demand for metals. All right, so nickel 14 times, aluminum 14 times, phosphorus, iron, copper, graphite, lithium, cobalt. Okay, cobalt is here again, manganese. Even though they say that there's a demand for metal, but in this chart over here, phosphorus and graphite, it is not metal. So it is not all metal. Oh, by the way, a fun fact, I study materials engineering in NTU. Okay, so I am an engineer by training. So when I study NTU, I also have to study all the metals, like the polymers, the plastic, the tensile strength, the fatigue, how much strength can a material tahan before the whole thing will collapse. That kind of things are also a lot of physics, a lot of chemistry, a lot of things. But mostly I give back to copper, yes. Sufia and copper also, yes. So a lot of things I give back to to the school already lah. But at least I know, no, but the foundation, the base is still there lah. Still have some knowledge on materials and such lah. Okay, so yeah, at least that's why I know, like phosphorus, graphite, it is not metal lah. But of course, if you are O level or even you should know lah, no, I think you studied at O level, right, in secondary school. Phosphorus, graphite, they are not metals lah. Okay, and such. So you can go through this. Okay, so I will put the comments. I will put the link in the comments as well. All right. So as I mentioned, right, for the lithium-ion battery, right, the most three important things is cobalt, nickel, copper also lah, okay, and lithium. These three, okay, and these are the green metals. Okay, so how do you know invest in these green metals if you know that EV, the demand is going to shoot through the roof in the coming 5, 10 years, 20 years. All right, so all right, Christopher, you're in the heat treatment and welding. I think you are expert already then. Okay, okay, I'm here. All right, anyway, yeah, so okay, I forget my thoughts. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to share with you an ETF. Okay, very simple one. Okay, so you know that all this EV needs all this lithium ions battery. All right, so can you see over here? You have this VanEck ETF. This is the green metal ETF. Let me zoom in over here. Big enough for you guys? I think big enough. All right. So key points. Okay. So a transition from a low carbon economy or even a low oil and gas, right? Carbon are basically oil and gas. Cannot happen without green metals. So the cobalt, copper, lithium, rare earth, and zinc. All right. And a lot of demand is going to continue to increase. And a lot of these companies, they are going to be in the China market, all right, China A share. Okay, so you can see over here, these are the top 10 holdings over here. All right, some of the companies here you might be familiar. Of course, you're not familiar with Freeport-McMoRan. They are doing the copper, COPPER, copper. They are doing copper. All right. And Glencore is listed in the London Exchange. They are also doing mining all the nickels, all the different kind of metals. So they are quite diversified. And the Chinese, right, Ganfeng Lithium, they're one of the biggest, if I'm not mistaken. I think they are mainly doing lithium. Company is doing lithium. Of course, the company name is called Ganfeng Lithium. And this Russian company, MMC Norsec Nickel, also doing nickel. All right, Zhejiang Huayou Cobalt, obviously is cobalt. All right, rare earth, also rare earth, China rare earth. Okay, so rare earth is also needed to do the EV's battery also. All right, another familiar company is that Teck Resources. All right, so in the US, and the rest is like Sumitomo. I don't really know what they do, but I think they are doing mining also. Okay. Poking is asking why called green. It is called green because it's already mentioned over here, all right? A transition from a low carbon to the electrical vehicles, and all these are called the green metals because they need these metals to produce the EV lithium ions battery. So essentially they are called green metals. Oh, by the way, even though they are called green metals, how they mine this metal might not be environmental friendly. So I need to remind you that. So green metals can be a bit, oxymoron, because I'm not sure how clean and how green when they mine these metals. Okay, it doesn't take into consideration for this green metal ETF. But green metals, they are called green metals because they are needed to produce or to manufacture the EV lithium ion battery. Okay, can I have as in you guys understand what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, green metals because it is needed to produce the EV batteries, not because the way they mine the metals are clean and environmental friendly. Okay, understand? If you can understand, just type yes in the comments. All right. Okay, so by the way, This green metals just launched not too long ago only. So if you take a look at the ticker, is called GMET. GMET. Oh, no, so it's GMET. Yes, Bennett Green Metals. Okay, so recently just launched, so price is coming down, but at least it give you an idea, right? But something that can be overlapping, I think also pretty similar to these green metals, right? It is called the rare earth metals, and they VanEck have a rare earth ETF also. Okay, let me just Google rare earth metals ETF. It's over here. It is this is already quite established already. Okay, so rare earth strategic metals. If you take a look at the holdings wise, right? Holding wise. Actually, no need to go to the holdings. Anyway, it's here already. Okay, I'll just go back. Okay. Top 10 holding. So there's some overlapping, but not all are the same as the green metals ETF. So you can see that Ganfeng Lithium, a lot more lithium, lithium, okay. And they have also some cobalt. Zhejiang Huayou is listed in the green metal ETF also, but Liontown, it is not inside. Okay, so it's not inside. And Ganfeng Lithium is inside the green metal ETF, and the rest not really inside. So there's some overlapping, but overall it is still quite different. Okay, so let's take a look at the REMX. This is the rare earth metal. Okay, if you want to see how in the future, GMET might perform, you can take a look at REMX. REMX over here. Okay, so because of the EV surge, can you see over here? I do a naked chart, candles, remove the lines. It has been surging all the way, Can you see since about, it was in a downtrend, all right, and since 2020, it has been, bulldozing up also. Of course, along the way, there'll be sharp pullback, okay, it's volatile, but it is still in a very nice uptrend. So it is still in a very nice uptrend. So, we need to do that kind of, as I mentioned, second level thinking. Everybody is thinking about the EV, Tesla, NIO, Rivian, Lucid, and such. So how can you take advantage of other industry that might benefit from the EV industry? And one of these industry, I think, you have good potential. It is the rare earth, all right, and also the green metals. These are, I think, huge potential. So of course, these green metals, right, they are more B2B okay. So most consumer won't see them. Even in battery, people won't see it. Most people won't see the Tesla, are very nice, the Tesla LCD screen inside are very nice. That kind of, only see the car, but they don't really drill inside, what is needed to power these EV vehicles. Okay, all right. So are you guys okay so far? Am I, are you learning something new? Okay, I believe this green metal ETF should be new to you because it's also pretty new to me because it's just launched recently only. So if you learn something new, be it regarding the term green metals or the REMX, whatever it is, just type new in the comment if you learn something new. Okay, just let me know. Let me know. So let me take a pause also. All right. If you learn something, just type new in the comments. All right, so I repeat, instead of just directly investing into the EV companies, okay, you can try to think further what are the other companies, that might benefit from the EV. Okay, of course, the very most obvious one is the batteries I don't know whether there are new technologies in the tires, in the mirrors or whatever in the EV. So you might want to look into that kind of industrial products that needed to manufacture the EV vehicle. All right. Kelvin is asking how the lithium ETF. Yes, okay, lithium ETFs, of course, is more narrow. It is just on the lithium itself, but you can see that lithium, and REMX, the price action is also very similar. So essentially, there are three for you to choose now. Okay, so lithium battery ETF, the REMX rare earth ETF with some of the cobalt manufacturer as well, mining companies, and also the green metals ETF, the very new one, GMET. Okay, that consists of more diversified coppers, cobalt, lithiums, nickel, rare earth. So it's more diversified. All right, if you don't want to just plow all your money into one single industry. Okay, so lithium it is okay as well. Yes, EV charging companies. Yes. You're right. I think there's one company that's doing EV charging company, right? I forgot the name already. All right. Wee Xiong is asking about BET. BET is also the same. Oops, I pressed wrongly. Okay. All right, BET is also the same, just that different ETF provider. This is Amplify. The provider is called Amplify, whereas the LIT, it is Global X. So they are essentially doing the same thing also. They are focusing on the lithium and the battery. So this is also will do as well. But what I'm to share with you that the GMET, something should be something new to you guys, so you guys can take a look on this. Okay. Let me see the comments. ChargePoint. That's right. Kaiman said ChargePoint. ChargePoint, it is CHPT. Yes, ChargePoint. Also pretty new lah. Okay. You can see the price don't really move much only until recently, but price is a bit volatile for ChargePoint. All right. So it's up to you guys. So I'm just giving you the options to explore, right? Instead of just investing directly into the EV companies. All right. China is saying, yes, Plug. You can do that also. Plug, all right, all these are the charging companies. You can take a look as well. But of course, if you don't want to really, invest solely into one companies, I personally, if you've been following me, you know that I like ETF lah, diversified, easy, don't have to think so much. I let's say for example, I buy Plug. Most likely ChargePoint will run one. Then I buy ChargePoint, then ChargePoint will not run. Then Plug will run. That kind of, So just freak it. I will just just buy the ETF lah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yes. Any questions so far on this EV and the green metals as well? Candy ETF on the ALB. Yes. Okay. Eddie is saying aluminum company, Press Metal. What's the ticker? Okay, I am not sure about that company. All right. Kaylee is asking, right, how relevant is EV battery swapping? Oh, okay, I'm not expert on this. Okay, I be honest with you, I don't know what's battery swapping. Okay, so I think you might need to educate me. Okay, I'm just talking about basically the industry only. Okay, so yeah. Any question on that? If no question, I will just proceed on to the usual market outlook and some of the trade ideas and the upcoming sectors and industry that you can watch out for. All right, so I will just continue to go through. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Shah Assad is asking lithium mining companies. Okay, let me just go through this example with you again. So, 2 years ago, I actually came across this lithium. Okay, lithium. All right. So it was somewhere around 202. Can you see my lines? Oh, okay. Let me try this. All right. Can you see my lines over here? This is in 2018, 2019. This is my historical trend line. So you can already see that I started to look at this lithium, previously. Okay. So I removed the trend line. It's not relevant anymore. So I removed the trend line. So, at that point in time, from here to here, it can be considered high, All right. So at that point in time, it is already up 100%. 100%. okay, from $20 to $40, from $20 to $40. Of course, after a while, there's a winter where price do a very long pullback over here. Okay, so you think it's already all-time high, you think that gonna go higher again, right? Price just shoot up again. And when you think that it is high again, all right, it continue to go higher. Okay, so does that mean that it is already very high? Seriously, I don't know the answer. Okay, so it can go to 200, it can go to 400. I don't know. So it really has to depend on the industry. But what I'm trying to say that if you already enter, you need to have your own entry and exit plan, or do you have your own conviction, or have you done the homework? Right? For me, I'm not more of FA guy. So I don't really, read through the Tesla report, the EV, going through all this. So I just use technical analysis, position trading. So when I enter, I can hold for a few months and such. When it's downtrend, then I'll just exit. Okay. If uptrend again, then I enter again. So I do not have any love from any of this company. Okay. So you really have to depend on you. Okay. So can it go to 200, 400? I think can. Okay. Yeah, so we don't know. So yeah, for me, I'll just follow the trend. All right. So back to the S&P 500, today's market. Okay, so today's market, let me add in my standard usual indicator over here. All right, as I mentioned in my previous last week Facebook Live, the S&P 500, it is still on a uptrend. Okay, but as I mentioned, it is overextended already. And if you follow me last week, I mentioned that I actually shorted on the SPY. Basically, it's S&P lah. I shorted on the SPY, but this is S&P. Okay, so right now, price, it is still, since my last week Facebook Live, right? It is still pretty indecisive for the S&P 500. So really doesn't move much. Okay, but for the S&P 500, it actually did a false break over here. Okay, so this is the resistance line over here, and then there's a false break. Okay, can you see there's a shadow over here? There's a false break, and then price came back down a little bit. Okay, so it is actually during the Asian hours. I told my friend also, hey, the Asian hours, the S&P is actually very bullish. It's like breakout. It is very, very bullish. It was bullish. So I told my friend, during Asian hours, a lot of time it tends to be fake move. And true enough, right now, price retraced back a little bit. So moving forward, I can tell you frankly, I have no idea whether price is going to go up now. Okay, but okay, my SPY, I still holding a short position. All right, it is just at the swing high over here only. Okay, so if really break through within today or next week, then I'm out lah. If it can really break through the resistance and close above, okay, then you'll be a breakout. Okay, and price can hold for a few days, then it is definitely a breakout already lah. So it'll be back to a bullish trend. So even though it is extended, which I think it should have a pullback, but the market doesn't care what I think. Okay, so the market if the market continue want to go up, then we just have to respect the market and just proceed to find individual stocks, sectors, industry that could have the potential to move higher, which I'm going to share with you what are the other industry sectors to look out for in the coming days or week. All right. And for the Dow is actually the weaker one. Can you see that, price is actually having a pullback already, a steeper pullback already. Okay. All right. And then for NASDAQ, it is actually the strongest one. Price actually did a breakout today already for the NASDAQ. Okay, let's take a look at the QQQ ETF. Same also here. Okay, this is also a breakout over here. So there's a divergence over here. Technology has ran already. So let's say moving forward, if you are not into technology, price might rotate back into the S&P 500. All right, or the Nasdaq ones, okay, we won't know. This could be a false breakout. Then next week, price do a very sharp turn. Okay, we won't know. We know. So you have to manage your risk lah. So actually, the best time I think for you to enter is actually somewhere around here lah. I mentioned previously I entered somewhere around here, then I exited somewhere around here. So that's the best time to enter. So right now, I am not so keen to put on so much of heavy weight into the stocks or the ETF. So I'm just having a few positions, and the position that I have is not even really stocks. They're mostly into commodities and the bonds also. So it's not really into stocks. So I'm still a bit cautious about the market. So anytime I feel the market can do a sharp pullback over here, it could happen. So for the S&P 500, okay, so we have to see. So if the price cannot hold and go higher next week, then I think price is going to head down lower. So we shall see. And as I mentioned, I have a short position. If I stop out, then so be it. Okay, look for another position. Okay. And let's take a look at this CNN Greed and Fear Index. I think some of you might know, some of you might not know. So they have CNN.com, they have this Fear and Greed Index. So let me post a link to you in the comments. You see the link in the comments. So last week, the greed, extreme greed is actually at about 88 points. So right now, a bit lesser, 74, but it is still at a greedy level. And how they calculate this index is that, there are several factors: the market momentum, the jump bonds demand, the put and call options, the safe havens demand between the stock and the bonds return, or the market breadth also. So they also do that, and the price strength, the net high, 52 weeks highs. All right. So all these factors. So the market is still in a greedy mode. So, the retails are still inside. And so I will still encourage you to be careful. All right. Don't overtrade. To have 10 position all in stocks. Okay. If the market really do a steep correction, then very likely most of your stock is going to get stopped out, hit your stop loss, so you have a huge loss. So be careful of that. But if price really go higher, then so be it. Okay. But again, generally November, December is a good month, but I am still a bit cautious. Okay, but I'm still a bit cautious. Okay, so this is just my personal view so far. All right, so if you take a look at the breadth indicator that I look at, it is index indicator. I mentioned before, if this is the first time you hear me, right, then let me post a link in the comments also. Okay, so let me go through this breadth indicator, S&P above 50 days moving average. So the percentage of stocks that's above the 50 days moving average. Okay, let me try to zoom in over here. All right, so we are in a still healthy, right? About 70% it is above the 50 days moving average. So majority of the stocks are above the 50 days moving average. So on an uptrend, but you need to realize that we are approaching the high already. So we are not at a low. We are not at a low. So approaching the high. So it doesn't mean that price has to go up here then come down. So we are somewhere near the high. So be prepared anytime there could be a correction. So the best time to buy was actually last month when price hit rock bottom and the breadth is at a low. So that was a good time to buy. But so right now it is still at a high, not say at a very high level, but near the high already. So the breadth is in the high. So you can treat it like a overbought, okay, or oversold level, something like that, okay, to give you a gauge where the market is facing extreme fear or extreme greed level. So it's somewhere near the extreme greed. All right, and then let's take a look at the Nasdaq percentage of stocks above the 50 days MA for the Nasdaq. Right, we are also approaching somewhere near, but not at a very high level yet. Okay, not above 80, so about 60 4% above the 50 days moving average. Okay, so this is just my view on the broad market. Still uptrend, but be careful. Anytime there could be a pullback, and if the market really continues to rally, then so be it. So I will find then I'll look for individual stocks ETF to trade. Okay, so right now I won't be so keen to really enter the market right now, purely on stocks. All right, any questions so far? Okay, so right now we have about 250 people in the room. Thank you so much for still staying with me. Okay, so I hope I'm providing value to you. And if you could just give me a like and share if you think I'm providing value. Right? Liking doesn't cost you money, but it tells Facebook that you like me and wants to see more of me in the future. Okay, so just give me a like and share if possible. And just another quick short intro on the sponsor, Tickmill. As I mentioned, I'm wearing this Tickmill t-shirt. Okay, so Tickmill is the leading Forex and CFD broker, and it is regulated in Seychelles and also regulated in the UK. So back to this Tickmill again. All right, just give me a very short 5 minutes, okay? Introduction for those who are very new to me here or came in later. So right now, they have a promotion with us. And of course, Tickmill, okay, just to be transparent with you, right? Tickmill, it is not regulated in Singapore, not MS license, okay, but they are regulated in Seychelles and also in the UK. And one of the benefits of Tickmill is that they have very good commission, as in the spread is good, and as I mentioned, right, the commission wise overview over here. Okay, so they for the pro account, you can see that the commission is only $2 per lot, 100,000 traded. Okay, that's actually standard lot for FX lah. Okay, so if you're already trading FX and if you're doing intraday trading, then actually Tickmill is actually very good because the commission wise for using a pro account, the spread is actually near to zero, all right? And it's only $2. Most of the other MT4 brokers, they are charging about $3.50 to $4 per site per lot, all right? And right now for Tickmill, they have this promotion over here, the $30 welcome account, where you don't need to fund any money. They give you a free $30 account, and they give you a live trading price feed. Okay, so it is not a demo kind of condition where the price feed is laggy or not really the most updated one. So this is under a real life trading condition price feed and $30, and they are there's don't need to deposit any funds, don't need to risk losing your money, and the profits that you've made from this welcome account, you can withdraw from it. So let me post the link, all right, in the comments over here. So this is the welcome account, $30. Just test drive it, all right? Just test drive it. If you don't want to open it, and eventually it is fine. At least you try for this Tickmill, all right? And then they also have the opening account. If you decided to open, all right, they have this, promo with you, for you, all right? Sorry, this is the Tickmill t-shirt, all right? Minimum 250 opening account. They give you a baseball cap. The cap, it is over here, which I shared with you just now. All right, more than 500, they'll give you a baseball cap and a hoodie, and for a deposit of more than $1,000, they'll give you everything. All right, this is the bag, a cap, and a hoodie. All these bags hoodie are very good quality. Okay, I'm using it. Okay, you can see it. Okay, it's pretty good quality. So just follow the instruction over here. All right, and just to reiterate again, you create the account to deposit, right? Remember to choose the Seychelles, all right? Seychelles, don't choose the UK because first of all, the leverage for UK is only 1:30, and you won't be able to get your promotion, the gift, basically the gift lah. Okay, so let me share with you the link over here. Just follow the instruction over here. If anything, you can also just drop me a message at MarketWise Asia Facebook page. All right, and okay, so yeah, so you can also see the link on the screen also, right? Just follow the link over there. All right, so any questions so far before I proceed to the upcoming sectors that I'm looking at right now? Okay, so any questions? Just just comment. Right, I will just take a look later. Oh, right now we've got 1 hour mark already. Okay, I always want to try to stay below 1 hour. Always cut. Okay, so is it okay? Ask again. Is it okay? You give me at most half an hour to share with you the upcoming, the sectors, industry that I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, if everything is okay, yes. Okay, just type yes in the comments. Okay, let me just give me another half an hour. If you want to leave, then it's okay. Like, okay, watch the replay. Right? If you're okay, just type yes in comments. For the upcoming one, let's go through the previous week now, okay? For the previous one. As I mentioned, okay, a lot of things still hasn't changed. It is still in play. All right. So for example, I think there's one question on what bonds am I trading, right? I'm trading the 20 years plus treasury bonds. This is the ETF, all right, the TLT. So from 12th November to 29th November until the end of the month. Okay, so let me take a look over here. TLT. I'm not sure how many of you traded. If you traded TLT, type TLT in the comments. Okay. Very good. All right. So my first entry was actually over here, way before the 12th November over here. When price went up over here, okay, I took exited half of the profit, okay, and then put my stop loss at my entry price. So after that, it's a no risk, but eventually, price couldn't sustain, drop back down again, and I will stop out, but I will still stop out with a profit. Okay, so in fact, I re-entered TLT yesterday. I should enter this day lah. Okay, I should enter the day before, but a bit late lah. Okay, but never mind. I think yesterday I re-entered again TLT. The reason why, correct? So for those who have been following me, you should know that again. Based on seasonals, it is still positive until the end of the month, and also hitting the support at the cloud and also the central pivot range. And this is also doing a wash and rinse trigger over here. This is a wash bar and then a rinse bar over here. So I enter actually yesterday, 1 day later, but I think it's fine. So yeah, so right now still in profit right now. Okay, so this is TLT. Still no change. I think, okay, this is based on a swing trade perspective. I'm not holding for long term. So again, a lot has to depend on my seasonals. Until end of the month, I think it's still pretty bullish. So nobody trade TLT. Nobody commented TLT. I thought, Leon, you always like to trade TLT one. You trade TLT or not? Okay. I think next one, corn. I think previously, I think quite a number of you actually mentioned about you guys traded corn, right? So corn, I'm still holding. No change. No change. All right, corn. I entered actually over over here. No change. Okay, so I'm still holding. I'm still in profit. No change because the seasonals is until December. Okay, PBJ I didn't enter. ITB I didn't enter. These two I didn't enter. But it is still holding okay. PBJ. Review again. PBJ. I think came down a little bit. Okay, but it is still holding well. Okay. All right. And then ITB is a strong one. ITB is a strong one. ITB is a strong one. How many of you actually enter ITB? If you enter, type ITB in the comments. Type ITB. But I didn't enter lah. You see, even for ETF, those I enter didn't fly. Those I didn't enter, it flew. Okay. All right. So even choose ETF also have the problem. Leon is saying must buy a lot. Need to buy a lot, man. I mean the position sizing. I think it's your stop too wide, is it? So you cost a lot of money, right? Wow, Mary, you bought ITB, then you must be hot already. ITB it went all the way out, okay. Yeah, so I think it is still okay. All right, but do take note that ITB the seasonals it is ending on 26th November. All right, of course it doesn't mean that you come down after 26th but if you have profit, it is good to have some profits taken, right? Good to take some profit, right? To have some profit taken. Okay, and last week I mentioned about XLF. Okay, for the last week one, okay, it is still in play. Can you say it is still in play? Nothing much has changed. Right, 19 November. 19 November is basically today, right? 19 November for IWM. So XLY, let's take a look at XLY again. XLY. It is already running already XLY for the past few days, so I won't be chasing, but you guys can take a look. I am not sure whether I'll enter, so I have to wait for a trigger. But right now, if you buy now, you're hitting right smack into the resistance. So I won't be buying now, but you can continue to monitor it for the consumer discretionary. All right. And then for IHF is the weak one. Okay, IHF is the weaker one. Right now it is actually coming down. IHF, it is coming down, but it is hitting near the support level already for IHF. This is the US healthcare provider ETF. So it is actually coming down. Okay, come down good. All right, I like things to come down. Okay, because I'm more of a pullback trader rather than a breakout trader. So if price within the next 1 week or so, next week, basically, price can hit the central pivot range or somewhere around there, and then there's a trigger for me to enter, then I'll look to enter into IHF. So I'm monitoring that. I'm monitoring that for IHF. And for IWM, all right, so I actually talked to someone today on Facebook, looking also at IWM. Also a good pullback already. So there's an impulse move here. Okay, there's a pullback over here. And it's hitting the R1 support level. This brown line over here. All right, so I'm also watching. So if you watch my previous Facebook Live, I mentioned that, for IWM, this is the Russell 2000. Russell 2000 is the small cap stocks. Okay, so price has been doing a massive consolidation, range bound, and then there's a breakout. Okay, there's a breakout over here, and then now there is a pullback. There's a pullback. So for the seasonals, it is also starting from today the season. So we watch out for it. All right. For the euro, okay, euro yen. This is a trade that I lost. Okay, euro yen. I actually entered a bit early. Euro yen. Okay. I entered somewhere around at the pivot area. It didn't really rebound, and then it just came back down. So I lost on this trade. Okay, so even though the seasonals is saying 17 November to 7 December, of course I mentioned, right, it is not 100% foolproof. It's not a guaranteed way. So if the price action tells you that it is bearish, then you have to respect the price action and then exit because I stop out. Okay, but I am winning on this Aussie Kiwi. All right, Aussie Kiwi, AUDNZD, which I mentioned last week also. Okay. So I mentioned that, watch out for this impulse move and then pull back. Then it'd be a good time to short if price really to come down. So I actually shorted on this day also, this red bar also. So right now I'm in profit. So net out, I'm still okay on the forex side. All right. So these are the past things that I mentioned previously. So I'm not going to talk about that really. So talking about this time, this week, 19 November. Okay, so for those the 200 of you who are still staying with me, okay, thank you for staying. Good stuff is coming up. Okay. All right. So can you guys make a guess or not? Do you guys actually know how to monitor, or are you guys actually more experienced one, monitor some of the industry or sectors out there? Do you want to make a guess? Which one it is moving? Okay, I think it's difficult to guess because there are so many sectors in the industry. But based on what you have read so far, based on what you are trading, maybe let me know what you guys are looking at and looking at the things that are moving. You think they are moving, interesting. It's rallying. That some people might not know. Do share with me in the comments. Do share with me in the comments. Okay, I'm going to share with you pretty soon. Mary, ICLN, I also mentioned previously already. Okay, yep, but good. ICLN, it is moving. Yes, that's right. Min, Semicon, yes. Semicon, I also mentioned previously. Yes, that's good. All right, fantastic. Semicon. Metaverse, Dennis. Yes, the NVIDIA moving, right? NVIDIA is moving. NVIDIA is moving. NVIDIA is moving. Thank you so much for your comments. NVIDIA, the Metaverse one, because of that, NVIDIA is moving. What else is moving? Commodities. Pauline. Okay, fantastic, fantastic, Pauline. I want to share with you. Pauline, awesome. You're looking at what I'm looking at. Pauline, good. Soybean, yes. Soybean, I'm going to share with you soybean later, all right? Ernest, financial are pulling back after a run up. Okay, so XLF, right? Not surprisingly, okay, because it has a very fantastic run up. So a pullback now, okay, it is normal. Any other thing? Retail is also moving pretty okay. Retail is moving okay also. All right. Disney is not actually moving, right? Disney is actually coming down, right? Yes, Disney is coming down. Even though Disney, the seasonals but right now should be heading up lah. But again, seasonals, it is not a 100% guarantee, baojia kind of thing. If price action tells you that it is, bearish, then you have to respect the price action. Eddie, coffee is moving. I am not sure that is coffee moving. Coffee moving, is it moving? Interesting, So, KC. Awesome. Coffee is moving, but coffee is a bit difficult to trade, all right, because the ETF is not really ETF, it is ETN, and unless you do CFD and trade, so not that easy to trade directly. But yes, coffee, it is moving. Thank you for your contribution. Right, coffee is moving very high. Okay, coffee is moving very nicely, trending very nicely. So let me see. Eddie, right? Coffee. So how do you trade coffee? If you don't mind, we ask you, how do you trade coffee? What platform are you using to trade coffee? Is it you trade the coffee futures directly, or you are trading CFD, or you are trading the ETN on coffee? All right, let us know. Also, thank you so much for all the contribution over here. Okay, so the sectors industry that I'm looking at, it is let me take a look at my notebook first. All right. Yes, Xiang Lun, that is the JO for coffee. By the way, for JO, and there are a few JO. All right, these are ETN, not exactly ETF. Okay, it is ETN. If you are trading short term, I think it's fine. It is replicating like ETF, but it's not exactly a fund like the exchange traded fund. This is exchange traded notes. Okay, it's exchange traded notes. So there is a counterparty. I think I'm not sure who's the counterparty. So if the counterparty go bankrupt or whatsoever, then the whole thing will collapse. But I don't think it will collapse. But you can use that as a proxy. All right, you can use that as a proxy. But just to let you know, okay, some of these less common futures they are not exactly ETF, but rather ETN, exchange traded notes. But nevertheless, you still can use that to trade. All right. The one that I am trying to share with you guys is actually the timber industry. All right, timber industry. All right, the ETF ticker is actually wood. WOOD, wood. Okay, let's go to the chart right now. Wood. What is the ETF? Not common. I don't think how many of you actually know about this wood ETF? WOOD ETF. If you know wood ETF, type wood. If you don't know, type no in the comment. If you know, type wood. If you don't know, type no NO in the comments. All right. So I don't think a lot of other trainers or speakers will talk about this lah. Okay, not common, not common. But I think it's potential. So let me do a naked chart over here. Can you see for the global timber and forestry ETF? It has been in a very nice uptrend, okay? And then there's a huge consolidation over here. All right. On the daily chart, it is actually range bounding now, okay? Quite a period of time. But if you look at a longer time frame, especially if you look at the monthly time frame, this is actually like a normal pullback. Okay, this is a monthly time frame, this is a normal pullback. All right. And if you drill down to the daily time frame, okay, thank you guys for the response. So most of you don't know about this wood ETF. Right now, you know. Okay, later I'll show you the components of this wood ETF. So if you draw a very simple trend line over here, okay, so basically it is actually trying to touch the trend line resistance again. So I'm actually waiting for it to actually break out. And if it actually break out, and if the market condition improve in a way, okay, so I think you can, I think this is a good potential trade for the wood ETF. If I add in the indicators over here, my cloud and the central pivot range, okay, a bit messy over here, but nevertheless, follow what I've been sharing with you guys all the way, right? Price is actually above the central pivot range. So at least the downtrend based on the daily time frame, it is weakening, and it is hitting right smack at the trend line over here. All right. Okay. Yes. Okay, Eddie. Okay, understood. So you use the CMC or whatever CFD provider that have coffee. Okay, understood. Right, thank you. Okay, so for wood, okay, so if can clear above this cloud, then I'll be interested to go in. So for this cloud level, it is at about $88, about $88. So you need to wait for a trigger to go in. Okay, don't anyhow enter first. Okay, don't anyhow enter first. Price could do like this. Okay, so don't anyhow enter first. Wait for a trigger or wait for a confirmation that price really indeed has a breakout, then you enter into. I'm interested into wood, so I'm sharing with you guys. So again, don't copy me. I could be wrong, and I'm always wrong. So let's take a look at this wood component. Okay, so wood. Let's go to etf.com/wood. All right. So let me zoom in. You guys can see, right? So wood actually track the 25 largest publicly listed companies from developed and emerging market that manage, own or manage forests and timberlands. Interesting, right? Own or manage forests and timberlands. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at the components. Oh, having a sore throat right now. I didn't talk too much. Okay. All right. So you can see that this company, West Fraser Timber. All right. So West Fraser Timber, WFG. It is pretty okay. Can you see that it is trending pretty well over here? Okay, trending pretty well. And for the, by the way, all right, this Rayonier, Weyerhaeuser Company, Portlatch Deltic Corporation, all these are REITs, REITs, real estate investment trusts, not directly timber company, but they are a real estate investment trust that manages all these forests and timberlands. Okay, so they are REITs. So nevertheless, okay, let me take a look at the price action. Rayonier, can you see that it's Rayonier REIT? Okay, Rayonier REIT is doing pretty well. Really, this Timberland REIT is doing pretty well. REIT. Okay, and then we have what else? Weyerhaeuser Company, WY lah. Okay, the ticker name is WY. Right, so it is also after like very similar to wood, after a uptrend, then a pullback, okay, and then seemingly like it is starting to move up again. So you can go through and take a look at the component stock. A lot of these timberland REITs or company are doing pretty well. So yes, okay, let me go through the stock chart.com. If you go to the wood, let's take a look at the seasonals for wood. All right, for the seasonals, right, the wood is also in our favor. All right, seasonals. So the wood ETF doesn't have a very long history. Okay, so you can see that for the past, like 7 years, it is, can see that, May and November, okay, October, November, and December, pretty good month. Okay, so if you drag some more further, right, 8 years, 10 years, 9 years, you can see that it's always need towards the end of the year, then the timberland, the forestry industry is doing pretty well. So seasonals is also in our favor. So I'm also looking at wood. Okay, so are you guys learning something new so far? All right, something new, right? On this wood, just yes, I think most of you say no, right? So it's something new. Okay, I don't ask questions one more time. Okay, so yes, I think it's something new to you guys. All right, and the other one that I'm looking at is it actually soybeans. Soybean is actually moving also. Soybean, it is for the futures wise. Let me look at soybeans. It is actually this. This is ZS, the soybean futures. So of course, based on the cloud, it is still on a downtrend, right? But the downtrend, it is weakening already. All right, so it is actually starting to cross above the central pivot range, right? So I'm looking for price to break above the cloud and then potential to enter. And you can use the ETF soybean ETF as a proxy. All right, this is SOYB. Okay, so right now, can you see that price actually broke out this trend line, but all right, hit the cloud resistance and the R1 resistance, and then it is having a pause right now at the moment. So there's a short pullback. So I'm waiting for it to a trigger to re-enter into soybean also. So if you look at the let me see seasonality equity clock. Okay, let me go to the equity clock. So for the soybean wise, you can see that the commodities, just bear with me for a while and go through that. All right, it's the soybean here, soybean oil. I don't want soybean oil. I want the soybean futures. All right, so this is the soybean futures from Equity Clock. I will share the link also in the comments with you guys. Okay, so you can see that typically from October onwards, all right, price, it is heading higher until the end of December to January to February, that kind. All right, so from October, November to January, February, January, it is rising. Okay. Of course, previously in the coming October, it is not going up. So we have to respect the price action. But right now, price is starting to move higher. So I'm interested to looking at soybean. And based on the seasonals, right, for soybean, right? Okay, I'm type over here, soybean, okay, SOYB. Okay, from 19 November to 13 December, it has for the past 13 years, right, 92% it is positive. Okay, 92% is positive for the past 13 years. So you might want to take a look at this soybean and the timber ETF as well. All right, so another one that I'm looking at is also commodities. So you can see that I'm not looking at stocks right now. So a lot are in commodities, in bonds, TLT and such. Another one that I'm going to share is this palladium. This is palladium, PAL. Okay, let me share with this PALADIUM. Palladium. This is also a metal. PALLADIUM. All right, palladium. You can take a look at the futures first. Palladium futures. It is PA, palladium. All right. Still on a downtrend. All right, but price is starting to move above the central pivot range. So we are still below the cloud. So still a downtrend, but you can keep a watch out on this. Today, it has a 2-day pullback. So I think price could test the cloud again and get resisted, and we'll see how it goes, whether it can break above the cloud or not. But based on seasonals for palladium from 22 November to about 7 December, okay, it is up positive 100% for the past 10 years. So these are the few things that I'm looking at. All right, and if you're talking about bear market bearishness, bearish, right? Then I'm looking at the natural gas. Okay, it's a bit hard to trade. So for natural gas and the oil, but I'm just sharing with you the seasonals. Okay, so 23rd November to 22nd December, okay, it is down for the past 10 years, 90% of the time. So out of these 10 years, 9 times it is down for the past 10 years. So natural gas. Also, can take a look at the natural gas. I'm just sharing with you, but it doesn't mean that I will trade them. Because it is natural gas. It can be difficult to trade. It's very volatile. So for natural gas, you can see that it has a fantastic run since the start of the year and a bit parabolic. All right, parabolic and then down. So right now for natural gas, price is actually below the cloud already. Can you see that price actually resisted at the cloud level there, and also resisted at the Camarilla pivot levels there. So these are the things that you might want to take a look. Again, I'm not asking you to trade. I'm not endorsing you to trade, just my personal view. So please do your own due diligence. Okay, right? So yeah, so timber, ETF, wood, soybean, SOYB. These are the two main ones that I'm focusing on. All right, is it useful for you so far? If the three ideas you think is useful, wood, soybean, palladium, natural gas, type yes in the comments. Type this in the comments. All right. We are heading towards the 1 hour and 30 minutes mark already. So just a very recap on what I shared today, right? So as I mentioned, right, EV vehicles, are the sexy topics in recent months. All right. So, but you want to think a bit deeper instead of doing a first level thinking. You want to think what are the other industry or other sectors that can benefit from this EV boom. And one of the things that we can think of, I'm sure a lot of you know, it is the batteries, lithium batteries, and how I can take advantage of these lithium batteries. It is using these green metals ETF, right? GMET, which I mentioned just now, GMET, okay, green metals, and you can take a look at the link over here. I posted the link. Okay, this is VanEck green metals ETF, basically all the cobalt, the nickels, the copper, rare earth metals. All right, and the going through with you some of the things I mentioned, my trades. So TLT, corn, I am still inside. Okay, and I'm looking at no change. I think since last week, I'm still looking at the IHF, the health provider ETF, the Russell 2000 and such. For Forex, I'm still trading on to the Aussie Kiwi. And for today, moving forward, the looking at the wood and the soybean, and I mentioned about the market-wide, the S&P 500, the whole market, right? So it is still bullish lah, but I recap, you need to be more careful because it is a bit overextended, and yeah, the breadth level is also near to the high already. So it is not surprisingly if price eventually want to do a pullback. So as you can see, a lot of my trade ideas, they are not into stocks. Okay, they are into commodities, into bonds as such. So do trade trade well. I mean that don't over trade, don't have too many stocks position at one go, because if the market really do a pullback, most likely a lot of your stops will be hit and stop out. All right. So I think with that 1 hour 30 minutes again, okay, I really wanted to do 1 hour, but I always can't finish in 1 hour. So I hope I give enough value for you guys again today. And last call, right? You can see the promo over here on the scrolling bar. All right, so let me share with you the link. So if you take advantage of the Tick Meal promo offer, let me post the link in the comments. And I think you guys can also try the welcome account. As I mentioned, there's no risk. Tick Meal offers you a free $30 account. Okay, so test drive it. No harm. Test drive it. Get a free live account. I will post the link in the comments. All right. So yes. So I think that's about it. So do give it a try lah. I mean, the Tick Meal, it's nothing to lose. $30. Just try the forex, the index, and the commodities as such. Okay. So with that, I thank you for the rest of you who are staying with me. So yes. So I will see you guys again next week. So good night. Have a good weekend, and 晚安. Bye bye.